we on go, yeah. Just give me a reason. I told y'all, new year, new show, same energy according to Jim every Thursday night on the big exclusive network, 7 to 8:30. Tap in with me on the Facebook channel and the YouTube channel, Big Exclusive Network. Y'all know what it is. Real people talking about real things, so if you're a real one, get with me. Oh, yeah. You already know. Yeah.
Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome to another edition to According to Jim. We here, we feeling good, man. I hope y'all feeling good. Hope y'all had a good day, man. Ain't nothing beat y'all in the head with the bullshit, man. Shout out to the Big Exclusive Network. My guy, Shannon, Big Exclusive Rentals, you know what I'm saying, is in the building with me. You feel what I'm saying? And the whole Big Exclusive Network, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We all getting to know each other a little better, man. And now that we here, man, I really just want to reaffirm, just a few things I want to talk about. Number one, bruh, stop beating that girl up. You got to stop beating that girl up. Listen, fellas, it's not cool in no shape, form to be out here beating up these girls, man. It's not. Like, domestic violence is so prevalent among the African American community, man, and it just needs to stop. Young, old, man, that's like a generational curse that we definitely got to break. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. You know what I'm saying? Angry OG, what's good with you, man? You feel what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Tiff? You feel me? So for those who have, been victims to domestic violence, male or female, who, grew up in the house or maybe there was domestic violence, man, it's a real serious subject for some of us, man, but it's like, what is it going to take? You feel me? For you to understand that, ladies, we got to start making better decisions. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying they're trying to victimize you or anything like that, but definitely we got to make better decisions on who we dealing with. Fellas, we got to learn to control yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about control. Control yourself, bro. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Now you all upside the head, and that ain't what it is, bro. Like, you can't carry it like that at all. I got sisters, I got a daughter, and I ain't trying to hear that shit. You put your hands on one mind, I'm gonna want to do something to you, and that's just what it is, man. And I think that, we need to step up as men, real rap. We need to step up as men and stop letting this, go on. Like, don't let this be what's trending. Don't let this be the thing that's all right to do, because it's not. It is not the thing to do. You feel what I'm saying? And bro, like, don't just do it for you. I mean, do it like, not because you don't put your hands on her as you shouldn't, but I mean, do it for you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Be the better man. Like, that's not a consolation prize. That's a real thing. Be the better man. If you a better man, be the better man. You feel what I'm saying? If they're in a situation where it's stressful and it's sending you this way, that way, you need to be able to control yourself, man. You need to check your triggers. And fellas, you need to make better decisions. If you know you one of them people that's a kind of a no-nonsense type person, you need to be with a no-nonsense type of female. Otherwise, you're going to get into a conflicted situation and you could end up in the county. You can end up in the county for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not cool, man. You out here beating these girls up, scaring them to death. You know what I'm saying? They can't move on with their life. You've been in a relationship with this girl all this time out of fear because you're beating her up. You ain't get tired of that shit, bitch ass nigga. You're real rat. You know what I'm saying? You keep fighting this goddamn girl. Fight your demons. That's what you need to be fighting. Fight your demons, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be doing this shit. It's not cool, man. Like, it's a real fucking thing all over this country, man. So I want to definitely give y'all this. The National Domestic Abuse Hotline phone number, which is 1-800-799-7233, or you can text SMART to 88788. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't get that, it's 1-800-799-7233, or text SMART to 88788. The reason why I'm giving this number, because this is a serious matter. I don't believe in calling the police. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, shorty, don't let that man kill you. If you got to call the police, call the police. You know what I'm saying? But there's so much going on, man, like that we need to be prepared, because the police might not handle the situation correctly. 9 times out of 10, they, could actually come and make it worse. So, we need to have other resources and other avenues that we can check and go to when we dealing with these things, man. Like, and if you ever seen someone who's in a domestic violence situation where they're being beat up and hands is put on them, it breaks that girl down, yo. She's not who she was. She started losing weight. Maybe her hair start falling out. She's detached from her normal social doings and all that, man. And it's sad, man. You breaking that girl, bro. Like you breaking her. If you know what I'm saying, if you can't love her right, then leave her alone and let that boy love her. You know what I'm saying? Let that girl be happy and get a glow back. You feel me? This is why they so mad at us and why they keep saying we ain't this, we ain't this, we are this, we are that. You can't keep like this is fuel on the fire. You know what I'm saying? That some of y'all just out there doing all right types of other fucked up shit to add on top of you beating the girl up too. You're cheating on her, she's supporting you, and when y'all get into it, you beat her up, bruh. Stop beating that girl up. Like that shit is not the fuck cool, man. You know what I'm saying? And there are all different types of abuses and levels of abuse. There's physical abuse, there's mental abuse. Neglect is abuse, bruh. If you keep making that girl stay in the house by herself while you out on the weekend, you abusing that girl. You know what I'm saying? That's neglect. You know what I'm saying? And that's borderline kidnapping, and that shit is corny. Leave her the fuck alone, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave her alone. Move on. Find you somebody that's more for you. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you need to keep her in the house away from the world, then she ain't the one for you. You got to go through all that, bro. Every night I got to fight to prove my love. No, bro. Leave that girl alone. Fight your demons, not her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, men especially, I'm going to say this, man. It's like we don't heal from traumas properly. You know what I'm saying? And a trauma could be a lady you was involved with, young lady, a woman you was involved with, and she cheat on you, and now you're heartbroken. Now you don't trust no females, and now you goddamn Ike Turner Jr. Nah, that is not cool at the fuck all, man. If you one of them dudes and you're insecure because of a previous relationship, then bruh, you need to take some time and evaluate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get it together, heal before you move on. That's a real thing for men too. Heal, bro. It's a wound. It hurts your pride. Might not be, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a mental thing. If it hurts your pride, then nigga, it hurts your mind. You know what I'm saying? You thought about it. You worried about it. You can tell your homie, I don't give a fuck that bitch. All you want. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be a ghost on that page or be in the others. You niggas be in the others stalking these bitches, chasing them down, won't let them live their goddamn life. They got motherfucking restraining orders against you. Her cousins is on alert. Her brother is on alert. She got to tell a new man that she dealing with about your goofy ass because you like to pop the fuck up. Like, bruh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Stop. This is toxic as fuck. Stop putting your hands on these girls, stressing them the fuck out. And ladies, let me tell y'all something. You can't be on no bullshit, just, saying whatever you want to set this bull off and trigger him. Wow, he should not put his hands on you regardless. Don't make the situation where that's why I fucked your friend. And poof, 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 poof. Now he all upside your head. And I ain't saying you bought that, but you kind of help pay for it. Like, yeah, it's like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what type of nigga you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like, especially if this isn't the first time, because a lot of women get into these situations with these young men or these older men and they put their hands on them and they don't leave, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Don't entice that. That's toxic behavior on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be together if anybody's putting their hands on anybody. But don't just, fuel a fire and all that shit, man. Bruh, if you get caught cheating, man up, stand on that. You did what you did. Don't beat that girl up because she not stupid. Niggas are getting mad because the girl catch you for cheating because you retarded. She caught your goofy ass. You know what I'm saying? Then what? That's on you. You did this dumbass shit and got caught the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. Eat the bullet. The solution, I swear for God, is not gonna fix nothing if you beat her the fuck up after you get caught cheating. Now you gotta fix cheating, and you probably never can fix putting your hands on her again because there are some women who are done. One strike, you're done. And she might got a brother like me who's gonna be riding around actively trying to blow your brain out. Real shit, because like you just can't do that, man. And I don't mean, the little spats. I feel like every couple gets into something where it get a little physical or whatever. But I know I'm talking about you dressing this girl up, make her eye all big. She got a neck brace on. She is really, really goddamn scared, like to the point where she don't even look you directly in your eyes. She's looking down here somewhere because you so unstable and she don't know what the fuck you gonna do. Bruh, you're a sucker. And I want to let you know right now, firsthand, you a sucker. Don't fight that girl, fight your demons, because something wrong was going on with you. Maybe you don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you need to, you know what I'm saying, fix that, bro. Fix that shit. You can't just be beating this girl to fuck up for no goddamn reason. Like, it's no reason. Now, she tried to hurt you, you know what I'm saying, with a weapon or something, and you know, go for what you know, bro. You know what I'm saying? But still, y'all don't need to be together. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, keep your hands to yourself. You can't be slapping that man all up, poking him on his head, and all this breaking his shit all up. Because women, y'all like to break shit. Some niggas ain't got shit. You know that nigga don't got nothing. He got 3 pair of jeans and you bleach 2 pair of them, he gonna kill your ass. Yeah, he is going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Don't do this. Is toxic. This is toxic. You know what I'm saying? However, there's no amount of reason for real for you to be stomping and smearing this girl, you know what I'm saying? Is I just can't see it, man. I just can't see it. Some things are taboo no-nos, and I can understand that when it comes to the children or it comes to your direct safety, where this person was trying to hurt you and you defended yourself. That's different. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you in the house. You don't like the way this spaghetti tastes, and you hoof over and black her eye. Nigga, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Telling this girl she ain't nothing, she ain't gonna be nothing, calling her all types out of names, trying to break her down. Weird shit. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna act like niggas don't do these things. They do. They do. They sit outside. Niggas are, oh my God. Niggas that get real petty. And get real petty, man. You know what I'm saying? And you become like a, what's that movie? Man, what's the movie? Sleeping with the Enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like sleeping with the enemy. And it's not good, man. And I was watching the clip and boy beat this girl up on video, punching her all in her face. I'm talking about hoofing on her. And later on that night, that girl got his gun and she shot this boy till he damn near caught on fire. You know what I'm saying? Sad situation. You know what I'm saying? But these are the circumstances that's created when you don't know how to keep your goddamn hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like anybody that like, does anybody have any advice for somebody that's out there that's experienced this, or something else they can do besides call the National Domestic Violence Hotline? You know what I'm saying? Shelters that they can go to, housing that they can get on an emergency tip when they got to get out of Dodge. It's just hot like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Also, sidebar. I know we talking about what we talking about this weekend. You see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. Go Birds. Should have said that earlier, but just wanted to get that in there. You feel me? But I think it's something like just need to be addressed. You feel me? It needs to be addressed, man. We need to start treating our women way better. We need to start treating our women way better. And I know I'm hard on the ladies, and I tell them about themselves when they cutting the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, a lot of the times they cut up, you know what I'm saying? It's something that's stemming from a man, whether that is old or new, and they just couldn't let it go. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women have to deal with that, man. Like, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't have to be dealing with, I don't know if this guy's going to punch me in my face or not today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to express her opinion or do what she wants to do because she's afraid of you and your nut ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that this shouldn't even be a thing, man. Like where a relationship is crumbling between two individuals because it is dangerous for one. You know what I'm saying? It is dangerous for one of the parties to this relationship because you can't keep your motherfucking hands to yourself, man. And for the fellas who have small daughters, like, man, you got to imagine the message that you sending to this little girl by beating up on her mom or beating up on females, and she knows it. You're telling her that that's what she has, to be expecting. Like, that's what she's got coming to her. No, like, she should never think no shit like that. In her mind, hearing that a man beat up a woman should be the most bizarre shit she's ever heard and make her sad and make her want somebody to do something if she can't do something about it herself, because this should be some far left bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing right about it. You feel me? It's nothing. Like, respect for women, bro. Like, a lot of us don't have respect for women. It's one thing to tell women about themselves. because everybody can be checked to pull women up. You know what I'm saying? Not to put them down. That's one thing I want to put out there. Like the things that I say about women, it's not to put you down. It's an eye opener. All these things are eye opener. This is a safe space for us to discuss anything. We're not here to put anybody down unless they on some bullshit. Bro, I am putting you down right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna pull you up because it ain't over for you. Because if you are this type of an individual, there's help for you too, man. Anger management, thinking for a change. There's all type of things that you can do to help get yourself together because you don't have to be that bull. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be the bull that's get locked up sitting in the holding tank. This nigga got a murder. He got a gun charge. They here for drugs. And when they get to you, yeah, me and my girl. Oh, this story nutty already, bro. We don't even want to hear it. You the bid now. You be in there beating up your girl. There's no other way you could tell me anything different from now on until you go home and I bump into you on the street and I'm forever remember you as I was booked with it. He was just domestic ass nigga. That shit goes on with you, bro. Being a domestic ass domestic crusader, like nah, bro. That shit's nutty. You feel what I'm saying? Like that is super duper nutty. You feel me? Now that we've got that out the way, you know what I'm saying? And also, I want to say this too. If you want to tune in, remember, y'all, the Big Exclusive Network on Facebook. You can always go on Shannon Big Exclusive Rentals page. As soon as you click on the top of his page, whatever live show that's on at the time will be at the top of the page. Just click the tap in, share, comment. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. I want to say this, man, with all the things that is going on in the city of Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying? The violence, the carjackings, the robberies, the homicides, you know what I'm saying? And I always say this, man, we always got to come together and we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like the culture and the atmosphere in the city of Philadelphia is just crazy. Mega, what's good with you, bro? What's good with you, bro? We'll see y'all Sunday. We will definitely see y'all Sunday. We got a Giants fan in the building. Don't panic, everybody. He ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. I know. But yeah, man, the atmosphere is super duper crazy. These young men are running around getting goofy. Men need to be men and not yeah, they need to be men and not in their feelings like women. You said it, OG. They acting the fuck weak. It's a weak thing. And what we were talking about goes into what we're going to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like it all goes hand in hand because the atmosphere. Sonya, what's going on with you? Glad you can make it and tune in. You know what I'm saying? Real rat. The violence begets violence. We know that. You know what I'm saying? We know that. You feel me? And by being in these households where you're seeing this constantly, man, like I said, if you're showing your daughter that by beating up on her mother, that this is what she has to accept and this is a part of life, then by doing that as well, you're showing your son that this is what a man does. You know what I'm saying? A man procreates violence and the cycle continues. These young black men are killing each other at an all-time high. At an all-time high, man. It's never been like this. And they're doing it in places I could never fathom somebody wanting to commit a crime. City Hall is not safe. The Criminal Justice Center is not safe. State Road is not safe. Downtown in front of the federal building is not safe. People are dying in these places all over the city and they're just committing random crimes. Black on black crime, black on black on black on black. God damn. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm going to say to you one more time. Black on black on black on black. And it is trending. Everybody knows it all over the country. Everybody knows Philadelphia is not the place to be right now. So now when these young black men are getting into these fucking gun battles and killing each other the way they are, you know, all these wounds and gunshot victims, all of them aren't about to die. Did you know that? When they get to the hospital, they're not about to die. They can be saved. You know what I'm saying? But I was just on No Gun Zone today, and there is a father and a mother in South Philadelphia. It was a repost from SP She, and his son recently died, and the family believes that the hospital is harvesting organs. You know what I'm saying? They're harvesting organs. You know what I'm saying? Like your loved one might have had a chance. to survive this horrible crime, and now they're harvesting organs for sale to those who need them. You feel me? And that's what they're doing. Like, if you don't have ID and something happens to you in the city of Philadelphia when you don't have ID, they're going to put you in the hospital as a John Doe, and they're not going to give you the proper care that you need. And a lot of these young black men are walking around with no ID. When they do these drills, that's part of the routine. No phone, no ID, and that's how it goes. They had this man's son in the hospital marked down as 141 years old. You know what I'm saying? Man had no injuries or broken bones or nothing involving his brain. They cut his skull open. You know what I'm saying? And they believe his brain is not in his skull. And this is what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it can happen to anybody's child. You feel me? And this is the evils of the world. This is what these people do. This is what these crackers in charge is going to do. They're going to figure out a way to profit off our suffering like they always do. And if we sit back and don't say nothing and don't tune in, then these are the things that are going to keep happening. We worried about the wrong shit. We're not worried about pulling ourselves up in our conduct. It's cool to laugh, to jump on social media. We can kick it. We can talk about anything, y'all. That's what I'm here for. Real rap. I'm here to discuss anything with you. Anything you want to talk about, I'm here for it. However, we need to talk about some things that had some substance that we can take back and better our lives. You know what I'm saying? When you leave the Court in the Gym show, I want you to feel like you learned something today. I put you on to something that you can use, some news you can use. Well, this is some news you need to know about. You feel me? Because all of us got a family member or a friend who is in the street, who is living that lifestyle, who, unfortunately might be a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean they can't be saved. But the problem is these hospitals won't save them. You know what I'm saying? They beg for this boy to be moved to CHOP. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, one of the best children's hospitals in this Pennsylvania, period. You know what I'm saying? They begged for a week. They were living in this fucking hospital with their family and their loved one while he was trying to make it for a week. And nothing. No caseworker, no nothing. And they let this young man die. Call them colonizers, else you'll get booked. Oh, you got to call them colonizers? Okay. Wow, Tony. A friend of mine has been missing since September 2022 and currently is still missing. She was abused by her kid's dad. She also was planning to leave him before she disappeared. Sad thing is, I see her kid's dad daily, just living life while she's still missing. Ladies, please leave these traumatized men alone. Hashtag bring Kim home. Please, hashtag bring Kim home. I'm sorry to hear that about your friend. It shouldn't be something that's boiling to this point. It shouldn't be something that's going and rolling over like that. It really shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? More and more women are missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that these families are going through these traumatic situations, the children, you know what I'm saying? And these children are left behind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that I seen that story. Organ harvesting been happening for decades. Yeah, it's scary out here. Yeah, it's scary out here. But listen, let me tell you something. These people, this is some evil shit. But they look and they see an opportunity to make money off of us. You know what I'm saying? And they probably justify it in their minds, like, well, they don't care about their lives. Why should I? You feel me? Why should I? And it brings me to, we need to raise our kids. Ladies, I know it's hard. Fellas, I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But that woman needs your help with that. Raising them kids. Get off of TikTok. Get off of social media. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. Get off of this if it means you're gonna save your motherfucking kids. Leave the show right now. Save your goddamn kids. You know what I'm saying? If you know your children are in a position to be out there fucking up, they need guidance. They need guidance. They need you more the older they get. Don't think that because your child is 15 years old, or I can leave them alone for hours and hours on end. No, you can't. That's when they need you the most. That's when they need you to demonstrate the most. You show them right from wrong from the age of, soon as they can talk, walk and talk and all that, and you tell them this, don't do this, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Well, when they get 15, 14, 15, 16 years old, it's time for you to demonstrate all the lessons that you drilled into them. Demonstrate hard work, being honest, having integrity. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, evil needs no justification, no G. Evil needs no justification, but they will always try to find one. They will always try to find some way to justify the bullshit that they own. You feel what I'm saying? But however, the opportunity is there because all these young men are running around with no ID and they killing each other. They are living in Beirut. They are living in a modern day Beirut and they cool with it. You feel what I'm saying? They cool with it. This is just another pitfall. We need to raise our kids. We need to not say our kids because at 14, 15 years old, you are not a man. You are not a man. You feel what I'm saying? Then you're going to see mom on the news or mom on No Gun Zone talking about somebody killed my baby. My baby. Well, stop leaving your baby alone. Stop letting your baby roam the streets. I wouldn't let my 4-year-old baby roam the goddamn streets because anything could happen to him because he don't know no better. He's fucking 4. Well, 4 and 14 really ain't that much of a goddamn difference. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. It's not that much of a distance. Jocelyn Noel, what's going on with you? Glad you could tune in, tap in with your boy. You know what I'm talking about? But there's no real big difference between 4 and 14, except for puberty. You know what I'm saying? But 10 years is it's a long time, but it ain't. It's a long time, but it ain't. It's not enough time to become a man. It's not enough time to become a man. At 14, you are still someone's baby. At 15, you are still someone's baby. Shit, at 25, you are still someone's baby. You know what I'm saying? You're considered an adult in the eyes of the law and all that, but you still someone's baby. And that's real. That's real in a motherfucker, man. We need to attend to our kids. We need to attend to our kids and stop putting so much value in everything else, man. Just, family. You need to put family values. We need to get on that, spending time with our family. And that don't mean that, we got to be doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Just around each other, learning each other, because people change. 10 years is enough for someone to change. So from 4 to 14, yeah, your child has changed. You know what I'm saying? And you need to relearn your child. You know what I'm saying? You need to be there for your child. That bond needs to be strengthened. That bond needs to be fortified. Because as a grown ass man, I really don't want my son talking about, yeah, this is my old head. You know why we got old heads? You know why a lot of us got old heads? Because our fathers weren't in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Our fathers weren't in the picture. Our friends' fathers wasn't in the picture. And maybe one of us had a big brother who was super fucking cool, who was giving us the game or whatever the case might have been. That's how you end up with old heads. You know what I'm saying? But as a father, my son don't really need no old heads. You know what I'm saying? He can respect the old heads, you know what I'm saying? But I'm his old head. I'm his example. I'm going to show him how to live life. I'm going to show him the ups, the downs, the rights, the wrongs, the do's, the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of it being a parent, because if you don't, you know what I'm saying? There's some nut ass nigga gonna be giving your son the game and have him out here doing all types of nut ass shit. You hear me? Look at what my man, what was his name in South Central? You know what I mean? Ray. Yeah, J Rock out there stealing them car radios. You know what I'm saying? Nut ass old head telling young boys some nut ass shit, got him in the mix, getting shot and smoked and all that, ready to smoke some more here and do the wrong shit and throw his life away. You don't need that. Some idiot giving your son advice. That's not what you need. That's not what any of us need. And because ultimately this is why we are where we are. You know what I'm saying? We're killing each other at an enormous rate. We're going to jail at an enormous rate. You know what I'm saying? And the OGs is dying off. It really ain't no old heads out here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? And the few that's out here, man, we just trying to live our lives, man. We've seen the mistakes that everybody got going. You know what I'm saying? Deuce here, yeah. Had young boy that dumbass cut with the jumper on one way and shit. Deuce here, all this dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these mothers gonna be talking them the wrong. Yeah, and it's not just fathers teaching their kids the wrong shit. Ladies, you teaching your daughters the wrong shit when you letting them jump on TikTok and you letting them jump on all these social media apps and do all these things that you think are cute, but you're really not showing them the proper things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to grow up. Like, fellas, ladies, we need to grow up, bro. You can't raise no man still acting like no boy. You can't. It's impossible that you're going to raise a man still acting like a boy. a boy. Sweetheart, let me tell you, you are not going to raise a upstanding, proper woman when you running around here still in everybody's business but yours. You out here sucking your girlfriend, boyfriend dick, messing it in the motherfucker on everything but a obituary. How you going to show this young lady how to be a woman when you won't grow the fuck up and act like one yourself? You know what I'm saying? Hold ourselves accountable before we hold these children accountable. And after we hold ourselves accountable, do something. Talk about it. Oh yeah, I'm out of pocket. No, do something. Make the necessary changes because death is around the corner. It's around the corner in Philadelphia. Real rat. And it will spin that motherfucking block and then boom. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's happening like that. We need to come get our kids. Come get your kids. Your kids don't need to be roaming around by themselves doing whatever the fuck they like because they don't like it. Man, if they living in your motherfucking house, you hear me? This won't be the first time that they did something that they didn't like that you told them to do. You feel what I'm saying? Get with your kids. Play your kids close. Start showing your kids how to do shit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't leave them in the house to sit there and play the goddamn game all day. That's going to get old. And then they're going to start going outside and they're going to start learning the politics of outside. No, show your kids how to be online making some money. Show your kids how to start establishing credit. Show your kids how to do something. You know what I'm saying? How to tie a Boy Scout out, something. How to do something other than pick up a motherfucking gun and go kill somebody and throw away their life. Because that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to all of us because my ears are closer to my mouth than yours. You feel me? But something needs to be done. It is retarded. At this point right now, we're going to be extinct. We're going to be extinct. We are going to be extinct. We're killing ourselves. We are killing ourselves all over country rapidly. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much we are killing ourselves. And you know what I mean? I'm sad and I'm hurt by it, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't have to be like this. This is some nut shit. You know what I'm saying? This is some nut shit. I don't want to participate in this. Get your kids. Get your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because while I'm saying this, I'm letting you know now, I'm not going to let your child hurt me because this is your baby. I got babies too I'm trying to get home to. You know what I'm saying? Get your kids. Let's teach our kids to be in a child's place. Normalize at 16, 17 years old, you are still a kid. You still have an imagination, okay? Imagination equals dreams. You hear me? I believe that in your dreams, your imagination comes true. A lot of these kids don't have no imagination because they don't no longer have dreams. They don't see making it past 17, 18. So they on full go. You know what I'm saying? We need to save them. You know what I'm saying? Stop being fucking coward ass, bitch ass, low level, low life parents. That's what the fuck we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We're being coward, low life, low level bullshit ass parents, man. Real rat. And nobody is saying anything because in total it's happening. It told like you're leaving your kids for hours and hours. You're already doing that for work. Then you get home from work and you think it's time for you to have some you time. Nah. You time is when the job's done. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, this job is never done. You need to take some time to yourself, but before you take that time to yourself, make sure that you give some real time into learning who your children are. You know what I'm saying? Because you bought them some clothes and you made sure tuition was paid and all that shit. That is the stuff you're supposed to be doing. But get with your kids. Find out what your kids want to be doing. Stop being distant from your kids. A lot of us want all this us time. You send the kids into that room because you're talking about adult stuff, as you should. But what about this? Stop talking about adult stuff at that very point in time unless it's very the fucking important. But to be sitting on the phone just shooting the yacht. Nah. No, go tend to your kids. They obviously want your attention. That's what we're doing. And to go in there and play. Go upstairs, get out my face. Da. But you're denying them the attention. When your kids want to sit up under you and talk and that, those are the times when you're supposed to get right with them. Those are the times that they're open and they're ready to listen. They want to hear what you have to say. Get with them. Don't just send them off into the wilderness. That's not what the fuck is going on here. You know what I'm saying? We need to get our kids. You need to get your kids. Do you know where your kids are right now? You know what I'm saying? Do you know where your kids are? Because it's not 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds and the kids that'll fall and possibly bust their head on the goddamn edge of the coffee table. It ain't them killing everybody. You feel what I'm saying? It's your kids that are in middle school, junior high school, and all that. We need to go get with them. You feel what I'm saying? While they sitting on social media doing nothing, absolutely nothing, you need to talk to them. You feel what I'm saying? You need to figure out what to say. I don't know what to say, but figure it out. You know your child's best. Connect with them. Ask them a few questions. Tell them a knock-knock joke. See them laugh. You know what I'm saying? Bring out of them what the streets is trying to destroy, their innocence. You know what I'm saying? You know your son goofy than a motherfucker, but I bet you the streets don't know that shit. The streets scared to the death of that motherfucker because he out there acting crazy. Go get your motherfucking son, lady, and talk to him. Bring that goofy back out of him. Bring that big sense of humor, that beautiful smile, that intelligence that you know is there because they outside acting like they stupid as shit. Go get your kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these children need their parents. Helplessness and hopelessness will destroy our community. You know what I'm saying? And we giving up left and right. Like we're becoming desensitized to this shit. It's so normal. It's so normal that killing and killing and killing that when finally something big happens, like God forbid, like I think another George Floyd situation actually did happen. Did you know that one of the founding members of the Black Lives Matter movement was murdered by police after being tased? He was tased and he died. We haven't even discussed this. We haven't even put it out there to the forefront of the world because death in our community has become so normal and so prevalent that now we just like, people die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? People that value life, everybody is losing that value for life. I'm gonna tell you like this: I love my kids. You feel me? And loving my kids is beyond just buying them clothes, just buying them toys. Like I want to kick it with my kids. I want to be on the same page with my kids. No, I'm not their friend. I am their parent, but I want to be there to a degree where they feel comfortable talking to me about anything. That I want my children in their mind to seek my knowledge before they go anywhere else. If it ain't Google, and that's not even always trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask my dad. My dad know. My dad gonna help me figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm there for. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us didn't have those parents that stepped up that way. You know what I'm saying? But at 37 years old, I reach out to my father for everything. Yeah, listen, I blame the drill music. Like before, when they was talking about rap music is destroying the nation and all that, when they was going in on Tupac and all the other guys, I never believed that music, you know what I'm saying, was the problem because there was so much other music available. You know, gangster rap was a thing, but this drill music that they doing, now I definitely blame this drill music. Stop letting your kids listen to that shit. Step up, step in. Maybe this might seem outrageous. I can't tell them what to listen to. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. That's the power of a parent. But these drill rap songs, they are literally about homicide. Not just any homicide, specifically someone who could have died a week prior. You feel what I'm saying? Listen to it. Listen to it. Go look at Philly Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Go look at No Gun Zone. Go look at 911 Philly. You know what I'm saying? These homicides, they're real. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about killing each other. And then they put it up in their stories. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. This is what they do. They're talking about the homicides, the drill shit. That their culture is, I'm going to kill your homie and then I'm going to make a song dissing the dead. And if you want to make a song or diss song back at me, then you need to kill somebody before you respond to me. Otherwise, I don't respect it. And this is what they're on. This is why all these cars are getting stolen. This is why. So they can go out and kill people. Where are your parents? Where are your parents? Let me tell y'all something. When I was 16, and any of my friends will tell you this, I fought so hard to get outside. I played myself so bad. I played myself so bad to get in the street. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom was on my ass. My mom would come to the block. You understand me? In this little ass red car with a goofy ass horn. and roll the window down. Boy, get your motherfucking ass in this car, because she loved me. She loved me. She loved me. Fought tooth and nail. Everything she could do. And I did everything I could do to take her through it. But she did what she did because she loved me. And even though I end up still following the wrong path, this woman tried. And I'm not saying that there aren't parents out here who aren't trying, who aren't active. You know what I'm saying? But it's not enough of them. I feel like for every mom and dad who care, there are 4 or 5 mom and dads who don't. You know what I'm saying? For every mom and dad who cares, there are 4 or 5 mom or dads who don't know that they don't care. That's their children themselves. You know what I'm saying? She want to go outside and party more than the kids want to get outside and party. He want to be out there doing nothing because some of you niggas, I don't understand how you don't have time to hang with your motherfucking kids when you've been outside supposedly selling drugs all goddamn day and you come in the house with $36. What the fuck was you out there doing? The drugs? Like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you really need to be dedicating a whole lot more time to your kids because obviously this shit street shit ain't for you either. You know what I'm saying? Like, real rap, there are so many young men who are okay with being mediocre, who are okay with being right under the poverty line. They're cool with that. They don't want no more than, the couple pair of outfits they got, the couple pair of sneakers, a phone, and a couple little bitches, and maybe a little squatter so they can get around. And they will be fine. They will morph into a goddamn 35-year-old man. They're going to go from 17 to 35 like this, doing the same goddamn thing. Some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The parents don't know where the kids are half the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they don't care. Real rat. Bro, they doing the drugs. That's what they got to be. Because why you been outside all day and ain't had no money? How you do that? You could have been with your kids all that time. You could have stayed in the house with the kids and ain't get no money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. Like, yo, we just letting it go rampant. We letting it go rampant. It's because get your kids. Get your kids. I got homies, man, who from the street, man. I got a homie who pushed his pistol. No bullshit. That boy pushed that pistol. Real shit. You know what I mean? However, his son was the victim of gun violence. His son was the victim of gun violence, and there's almost nothing you can motherfucking do about it because if you don't know where your kids are at 30-some, almost 40 years old, and the motherfucker who killed your child was the same age, and how you gonna find him? Because you ain't know where your fucking kids was and they hang together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like figure it out. Make this shit make sense, bro. Please make this shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we're not their level. It's a different day and age, and you cannot control the mentality. You know what I'm saying? So what we need to do, I feel like, is individually get your children. Get your motherfucking children. We had a whole nationwide riot about a man we did not know. I never met George Floyd a day in my life. I felt mortified, horrified for what happened to him. It broke my heart. If y'all can remember, for the people that's been fucking with me, before I actually had the show, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get some vicious couch potatoes out here on some, but yeah, man, vicious bum ass niggas. But before I had the show, you know what I'm saying, I went live just whenever I felt it, and I went on about George Floyd. Man, I was very distraught about that. But I don't understand how we can riot all over the country about a man we don't understand, but we won't put that energy into the kids under our roof. Into the kids under our own roof. That is niggas out here that we excuse me, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, we have your son here at the school, and yeah, he has a temperature of 102. Could you come get him? Hello, Mr. Johnson. But as soon as you heard that they was rioting downtown, you flew your ass down there to go fuck up some shit, steal and destroy property. Put that energy into your babies, bro. Sweetheart, Put that energy into your babies. You spend 5 hours getting them big dumbass lashes on your motherfucking face, but your kids is dysfunctional than a motherfucker. Your kids is out here destroying shit. You feel me? And it's kids. It's kids. That man that was murdered on Cecil B. Moore by those group of young teenagers, man, that was an unnecessary homicide, unnecessary court cases, like unnecessary. Because why are you that young and outside? Why at this time of night? You hear me? At 13, I ain't know what 2 o'clock in the morning looked like outside. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even sneaking out yet. My mom was on my ass. I had a healthy childhood. You hear me? I played with toys and all that shit. And you can say what you want. That don't make. Look at me now. God damn. Look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go back to that. I wish I could get that time back and do right by it. They're all going to be saying the same thing. You want your kids saying what I'm saying right now? I wish I could go back and do right by it. You saying it. The motherfucker that raised you probably said the same thing. When we going to step up and realize that shit, when they become teenagers, you got to put more time into them than when they was out here and you had to feed their ass 2 hours. You remember you had to feed the baby every 2 hours? You remember that? The baby eat every 2 hours and you was there for it every 2 hours, working and all that shit. You figured it the fuck out. Well, when they become of a certain age, closer to an adult, you got to put that same type of time in, it seems like. Otherwise, you could find yourself burying your own child. That's where you want to be at. You want to put the time in, or you want to make the funeral arrangements. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the time in if I feel like mine's are starting to go left like that and go astray and stop, clinging to the morals and principles that I'm bringing them up on. You're watching your children go outside and completely disregard any type of foundation that you lay down as far as who they're going to be and what's right from wrong. So, like, what are you going to do? No, you can't live their life for them. You know what I'm saying? But at 18, yes, they are legally adult, but they can go to jail for the rest of their life at 18. Is that what you want? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Brandon, them lashes, some of them out here that's doing the wrong shit. The wrong shit. You putting all the time into the wrong shit, all the effort into the wrong shit. Like some of y'all got time to argue for days with one bitch about one topic all up and down social media. Let me tell you something. I can't argue with a motherfucker on social media. I can't because I'm a slow typer for real, for real. Some people be, you know how long it takes? Everybody's not a proficient typer. You understand? Every night. So, I can't do it. But you spend all that time typing these long ass fucking manuscripts inside the comment bar. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, your kids is fucking up. They might even just be hungry, bitch. Get off of social media. Go get the fucking kids. See what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody gonna be TikToking, then TikTok them with them together. Some age appropriate. You feel what I'm saying? But spend time with them. You feel me? Stop letting them look into this looking glass. That's what it is. It is a crystal ball into a world. In the roof world, what we're seeing here, a lot of this shit isn't real. So they're getting a false perception on what should be going on in the world. B, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Glad you could tap in. You know what I'm saying? They're getting a lot of false perception of what the world really is, man. And they just don't value life. They need this guidance. They need this time. They need this shepherd. You hear me? You got more than one kid. You are the shepherd of this flock. They need this shepherd, or they're going to find themselves amongst the big bad wolves. They're going to find themselves amongst the big bad wolves. And let me tell you something. There is no bigger big bad wolf than the DOC. You hear me? There is no bigger big bad wolf than the DOC. And the only other thing that could possibly be bigger than that is the graveyard. You hear me? But when you did, you did. So there are no bigger big bad wolf than the Department of Corrections. Do you want your child wearing that on the back of a brown shirt for the rest of their motherfucking life? Because it can be arranged. Easy. You hear me? You can go from living in the projects to living in the goddamn 800 room, $6 million mansion. Believe that. My son just told his friends on the Oculus that he got to get off the game and go upstairs at 8 because they be shooting outside and he doesn't want to get caught. Absolutely. And that is sad. I hate that for your son. I hate that he even had to have that thought. But these are the times that we live in. These are the times that we living in. And a lot of these little boys, man, they want to be King Von. They want to be NBA young boy. They want to be all these young, dumbass, brainless kids. And I'm sorry, anybody that don't like what I'm saying about these boys, fight me. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. You're not going to silence me from the truth. I don't want my son to be like King Von. He was a fucking sociopath. I don't want my son to be like NBA Youngboy. I look at him like he has mental issues. You know what I'm saying? You take away this rap shit and you put him back in the hood, he is going to jail. This nigga is in the industry with millions of dollars and still going to fuck the jail in and out of. You know what I'm saying? That these people are going to jail. No amount of money can stop that if you don't have it here. You feel what I'm saying? The mind state has to change, man. The mind state has to change. Real rap, man. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy as fuck, man. Like what are we gonna do, man? What are we gonna do? Does anybody have any concrete suggestions on how we combat these things, man? Like how we can combat the domestic violence in the home, how we can combat the bullshit outside. And that's why I chose to talk about these topics, because if you're gonna have your children with you and you're gonna put that effort in and you're gonna take this serious journey, make this serious commitment to your kids, then they need a stable place for this type of love and nourishment to flourish. You can't be outside teaching your kids to be a better person while nursing a black eye, and this nigga keep putting his foot in your ass. You need to leave him alone, sweetheart. And you bitch ass nigga, leave your motherfucking girlfriend alone. Stop putting your hands on your baby mom, you nut ass nigga, because you are attributed to the motherfucking problem. You're being a bitch, and now your son going outside and he being a bitch because he don't want to fight no man either. And he ain't never seen you fight a man. All he sees you beat up his goddamn mom, so now he wants to be you. You're wrong. You're incorrect. You need to shut it the fuck down, bitch ass nigga. Real rap. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Something needs to be done. You feel what I'm saying? Something needs to be done. Now, if we get too drastic, everybody gonna start complaining. But what if they start sliding through this motherfucker and they start kidnapping your kids? Kidnapping your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all want? Y'all want your mom and kids to get kidnapped? Yeah, it does start on the individual level. That's does start on the individual level, but individually you want to swap ideas and maybe we could, you know what I'm saying, kids off the Oculus at 8 o'clock. I like that, Brandy. Out off the Oculus at 8 o'clock, not just because they shooting upstairs, but go upstairs and get ready for school tomorrow. School starts tomorrow. Make sure your clothes is where they're supposed to be. Make sure that your homework is finished. Make sure it's signed and dated and in the folder, in the book bag where it's supposed to be, ready to be turned into the teacher tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there with the motherfucking basics. Once we knock that out, let's go brush our teeth, wash our face, maybe have a glass of water or something, sit down and enjoy your family show. We got all this motherfucking shit to watch on TV. You got this channel, that channel, you got this video game, that video game. Utilize it as a fucking unit. You feel what I'm saying? Utilize it as a unit. Dad or the boyfriend don't have to be in the house on the game for hours by his motherfucking self. Go in there and play with him. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't got to play with nobody online. He play with y'all. Bond. You need to bond. You feel what I'm saying? Sports don't and rap and all that don't need to be the only thing that we bond over. We're not passing nothing down to our kids. Meanwhile, you got people teaching their kids to be farmers. You know what I'm saying? You got people living up on farms and they teach their kids to farm. Now little Johnny knows how to be a farmer. Let me tell you something, no bullshit. One time I was on my way to Lancaster, PA. You know what I'm saying? And I had this white STS caddy, and it had just finished like hailing, sleeting, snowing type of thing, but it got real cold. So the shit was like, ice in the roads or whatever. And I might have been going a little too fast coming around the corner, and me and my homie, I swerved this way and swerved back that way, and I end up in the embankment with two wheels off the ground and two wheels in the ditch. You hear me? And it was getting dark. We called the tow truck. Tow truck gonna be a while. But out of nowhere, this little boy, I forgot his name, but it was on my, if you check my Facebook, I believe on my Instagram, just in my archive, you know what I'm saying? But the little boy knocked on the window, scared the shit out of me because I can see a farm down here, but it ain't nothing but cornfields around this joint. And I'm, little boy, what you want? Where are your parents? Because it's dark out here. You're in the, like, you're giving me Malachi vibes right now, like Children of the Corn shit. But he was like, you want me to hook your car up to my tractor? Yeah, you do that. That's what I said to him. I dismissed him. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. That little boy came back in a goddamn tractor. He had to be like 10 years old. You hear me? But that little boy came back as the tow truck was getting there. This little boy came back with a whole fucking tractor with chains and everything. And he was going to pull my car out the ditch. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. You feel what I'm saying? His father taught him that. What if you taught your son? What have you? Because some of you niggas ain't never taught your son shit. You bought him sneakers, you bought him games for Easter, for Christmas, for birthdays. You took him here, you took him there. But what have you actually taught him? What have you mastered that you taught your son? You feel what I'm saying? Except for how to go to jail, except for how to not finish school. What are you teaching our kids, man? We got to teach them something better. We have to do better. Ladies, what are you teaching your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Except for how to get pretty, how to be a pretty useless piece of shit. She don't know how to get it on her own and none of that. All she know how to do is do ducky lips on the camera and do provocative shit that are years behind her senior. No, she shouldn't be doing these things. We have to do better. We have to improve ourselves. You hear me? If you want them to be better, everybody say, I want my kids to be better than me. Why don't you want you to be better than you and then want your kids to be better than that? That's called achievement. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel what I'm saying? But we can't keep going on the way we've been going on, beating the girls up, just the household, and I mean the black household, man, because I can't really speak for what's going on, man. I'm saying, but I'm like, our households is not in order. They not. They not. No matter how clean it is and none of that shit. You got to clean this house, like I said, with all the newest gadgets, nice marble floors, or whatever the fuck you want. But if you don't know where your kids is at, you're fucked up. You spend too much time decorating your house because your kids ain't in that motherfucker sharing that piece with you. They outside fucking up somebody else's piece, shooting up somebody else's house, doing all this dumbass shit. And then we're going to be going GoFundMe's for this fucking funeral. Let me tell y'all something. I'll be heartbroken when I see some of the shit that be happening to these kids. However, I am now reluctant to be wanting to donate a goddamn dime to somebody who I find out a week later was responsible for killing another child. Nah, I can't join on for that continuous cycle of bullshit. I won't. You know what I'm saying? Real rap, Brandy. Like, I don't want to be heartless. I really don't want to be heartless. I want to see change. You know what I'm saying? And effectively, I've become the change I want to see. It's a small step every day. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but something drastic needs to be done. When you get off of work, I know you're tired. I know you're tired when you get off of work, but you can't keep carrying it the way you keep carrying it, or you're going to be carrying it by your motherfucking self, because right now you're moving as if you are the only one that matters. Yes, you are spending your money on them and this, that, and the third and paying the bills, but what are you investing in them as far as your time? You hear me? You got to treat your kids the same way you treat that job. You show up on time, no excuses. You do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all care. You look good when you show up to the job and all that. Well, you need to do the same thing with your motherfucking kids, or somebody is going to blow their goddamn head off. Real rap. That's just what the fuck is going to be. Seriously. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like I can't do it. And you know, the parenthood, it doesn't come with a manual. It doesn't. There is no training system or none of that shit. There are groups that you can join. There are parent classes that you can take, but none of that shit is 100%. There are different strokes for different folks. But the main thing is you need to connect with your children. There is a disconnect there. There is a disconnect. You need to connect with your children. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids are all cuddly wuddly and all that, the mommy and all that. Your mom kissing on this big ass boy. He got a mustache. And mom, we don't see what you see. You hear me? Your son is a man, mom. I want to let you know your son is a man. At 17, some of these kids are fucking huge. Mom, your son is a man. And I'm gonna tell you like this: if your 17-year-old son with the mustache and the get big broad shoulders and all that, get out of pocket with me. I am liable to bust his motherfucking ass. Other niggas will do the same goddamn shit. And you know what these kids is gonna do for kids his age? You know what I'm saying? You heard what I said? I'm liable to bust his ass, punch him dead in his motherfucking head. I might gotta shoot him, but the kids is definitely gonna shoot him. So if you get your motherfucking kids and make sure he ain't outside armed with no pistola, and I do the goddamn same thing, and the person on my right and left do the same thing, and they carry on, then we can affect some little bit of change. You feel me? The police can't do it. The police cannot raise your kids. Understand that. The police are not there to tell your kids what is right from wrong. That is your job. You hear me? Also, it is not just your job to tell them what is right from wrong, but to make sure that they are doing right from wrong. You hear me? Like, I don't understand it. Bitches will go through their nigga phone like that. Drop of a hat. You and your nigga phone. He let that motherfucking phone go. You are in and out that motherfucker. You hear me? Why you not in your son phone the same way and your daughter phone the same way? Why you not checking their Snapchat and checking their DM and their inbox and see what they talk about and who they talking about it with? You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because let me tell you something. As dumb as these fucking kids is, as stupid as they are, admitting some of the shit that they admit on the internet, doing some of the shit that they out here doing it. I'm telling you, the evidence is in their phone. You don't think these white people know that? These colonizers? As my OG would say, you don't think these white people know right where to look. They know right where to look. Right in the phone. But they need a warrant to do that. All you need to do is open your goddamn mouth. Open your mouth. Real shit. I'm Inspector Jad when it comes to my kid's phone. I pay for that shit. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. In my house, my children have no expectation of privacy. You understand me? I want you to feel secure, but there are no locked doors. The fuck? You don't pay for nothing in here. I want to know everything you doing all the goddamn time, even when I'm not in the room. I want to know all about you. You feel me? Because I ain't even gonna hold you. My son will be 4 years old, and he's a little advanced for his age, but while he's at the playground, I'm still up. Hey, don't move. You all right? I'm scared he gonna fall. I'm still terrified. My son is gonna fall and hurt himself. He ain't the most coordinated kid in the world. He's a brain. He's not really athletic yet. You know what I'm saying? But he a little clunky. You know what I'm saying? I'll be scared he gonna tip over with his big ass. Real rat. That's how you need to be about your 15, 16, 17-year-old child right now. You need to be like you used to be on the playground, making sure that they don't fall and get a boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? Because the boo-boo at 4 is not the boo-boo at 14. At 14, that boo-boo has an entrance and exit wound. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We need to get there because it is a thing, a real thing. Now, you can deny it and write Jim off like Jim don't know what he talking about, who this light-skinned nigga just pumping this motherfucking gums. I'm a nigga who been there. You hear me? I made it through the trap. Nigga can't say nothing about me. I might not exit the game the way this nigga exit the game, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't exit the game the way them niggas exit the game either. The point is, I made it through. I'm a survivor. I survived through that bullshit. I am a fucking hood survivalist. You hear me? I made it. Straight like that. And I know the more you frequent and go in the hood and go in the jungle, you subject yourself to becoming prey. Real motherfucking rare. You don't get privacy until you pay your own shit. Ain't no motherfucking doubt. You hear me? Ain't no motherfucking doubt. You know what I'm saying? You want some privacy, you better look in the dictionary, but somewhere around privilege or something. It's not going to happen. Real rap. These kids not even making it to 15. No, they not making it to 15. They not. And some of these here, like I be looking on 911 Philly, man, and some of these, it's like, bruh, you're 9. You just killed somebody. Like you look 9. You look like you got a big ass book bag, like a drag bag worth of books in your closet right now. Like you look like it. You feel what I'm saying? You look like you still like action figures. You do. You look like an action figure is going to excite the fuck out you. You know what I'm saying? Why are you out here doing this to keep up with this motherfucking goofball? He gonna throw his life away, man. He gonna throw his life away. Then I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. There's no hold, no punches with me. Some of the niggas that I know that's in jail, I knew they was gonna be in jail. The same way them teachers knew that, hey, he's a smart kid, but if he keep doing the shit that they gonna be doing, he gonna be right with him, and it don't gotta be like that for him. But I couldn't save myself. My mom, she couldn't do enough, and my dad, unfortunately, he wasn't there all the time. You feel me? No crying over spilled milk, but I can identify it because I was there, and it hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? The twist ain't changed. It hasn't changed. You fuck around with the game, you're gonna fuck around, find out, and that's just what it is, man. For the niggas that came before me and the niggas after me. Cycle got to be broken. We got to stop letting these kids think that the only way to get some money is to be the motherfucking dope boy. That's not what the fuck it is, man. We got to stop letting these young women think that the only way to garner some attention is to plop your whole ass out. You hear what I'm saying to you? Because baby girl, and I'm talking to Mom, you ain't really got a whole lot of respect for yourself if your ass is out in every motherfucking picture. I can understand you want to be desired, want to get a little frisky, but every motherfucking picture you showing your daughter that that's all she has to offer to the world is pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's pussy. And that's a problem. That's a motherfucking problem because that's her destruction. No, she might not go out in a blaze of glory on a high-speed chase with a brick in the trunk and a big-ass, dumbass gun. You hear me? You know how she gonna go out? Under 30 with 5 kids working on 6 with niggas that's pieces of shit. They getting life sentences and all that shit. And everything she owns is owned by the government. And she's become victim, stuck. Just another number. You know what I'm saying? Not even a story because she never got to live her life because she started becoming a parent so young. You know what I'm saying? That's her downfall. That's her downfall. That is what you're dooming her to. That is what failure looks like to her. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry for the people who do have kids, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to call you a failure, but your opportunities were limited for sure when you had a bunch of kids early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to think about them. Now you got a baby who's dying to live their life, you know what I'm saying, who can't even give the proper lessons to this child because nobody gave it to them. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. That's the point. Now we got to do something radical. You know what I'm saying? Now, because you made those decisions, then you need to be up your kids like this. All right, where you going? Who that? What you doing? Don't think at 15, 16 years old, they too old for you to go, sit your ass the fuck down. No, you ain't going. No, you ain't doing none of that dumbass shit. No, I need you in the house by 9. Because what the fuck else is going on outside? Real rat. Ain't no doubt. Appreciate you tuning in from the ATL. Real shit. Real rat, man. Like, we got to do something, man, because even in ATL, you know what I mean? The shooter is getting younger. The shooter is getting younger. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a problem with Philadelphia. It's just rampant in Philadelphia. It's all over this country, man, that our kids are killing themselves like that. That our kids look up to rappers who are saying, hey, I'm still getting money and I want to kill people and you should do it too. And you ain't a real nigga if you ain't killed nobody yet and we don't know about it. That's how desperate these kids are for attention. Because the way I was brought up, man, you smoke something, it's shush, shush. It's shush, shush. They telling everybody that'll listen. And then they go online and they think they being secretive about it. They thinking that a motherfucker who can't put it together. Let me tell you something. I have no educational type background in law enforcement or in criminal justice or anything like that. I'm all self-taught for the things that I know. But if I put it the fuck together, you don't think a trained professional with a degree from somewhere about this shit could put it together like this, you moron? Real rat. I'm telling you, y'all need to tighten the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Before them people be laughing at your goofy ass while they escorting you to the prison. Don't be that boy. It don't have to be that way. It don't have to be that way. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt, man. I definitely appreciate that more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. But even in the A, bro, you know what I'm saying? East side Atlanta and the Bluff, that's a rough stop right there. That's the hood. The Bluff is the hood. And the same shit going on, man. They seeing the same thing we seeing. You know, Atlanta and Philly got a old little relationship now. Motherfuckers from Philly love to go to Atlanta. They stay in Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? It's so goddamn goofy that, man, nobody wants to step up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Hey, when I was growing up, Brandy said, when I was growing up, niggas on the block with guns. Now everybody got blicky. Yeah, and it ain't just the niggas on the block. You hear me? It's the atmosphere and the environment is so charged for murder that even the bitch ass niggas got a gun. Everybody's got a gun. You hear me? You go to somebody's house, you ring the doorbell, a gun pop out that bitch. Everybody got a gun now. It's guns everywhere. Grandma got a gun. Your cousin Floyd that worked for the goddamn post office, he got a gun. Septic workers got a gun. Goddamn motherfucker that work at Ishkabibbles on South Street, he got a gun. The goddamn maintenance man at St. Joe's University, he got a gun. Motherfuckers working anywhere got a gun. If you are just roaming the streets of Philadelphia, the first thought is to have a gun because people are popping out goddamn drain pipes and snatching your car. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And I know these kids ain't stupid. You wanna know how I know they're not stupid? Because they figured out how to steal keys without no key. Yeah, I mean, they figured out how to hotwire them newer model cars. So I know you little motherfuckers ain't stupid. You're not stupid. You can be taught, you can learn, you know, right from wrong. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, if some of y'all, like, if you want to be a hitman, just say that. Just say, look, the reason why I've been acting like this is because I'm hoping that the mafia will come draft me and let me be the hitman and form the new Murder Inc. Just say that. Say you are a sociopath and you would like to become a hitman. And I can totally understand that. I get out your way. You know what I'm saying? If I find out little homie from down the way, he like, no, I really do want to be a hitman. You got somebody you want me to kill? I'm gonna be like, no, but you're doing a good job. You're doing a great fucking job. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't know that that's what you wanted to do. Like, you inspired to be a hitman. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that you wanted to be a real life Grand Theft Auto character. I had no fucking idea that that's what you inspired to be. If that was the case, let me shut the fuck up right now and stop hating on you and let you do your thing and achieve greatness. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't trying to be no goddamn murderer or auditioning to be the next Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit like that, then bruh, like, what you doing is detrimental. What you're doing is counterproductive to go in a different direction in life, bro. We know what failure looks like. You know what I'm saying? We know what jail looks like. Being on parole is nothing fancy. Coming home from jail is nothing fancy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. It's nothing cool about that shit. Having to start over is not cool. It's a stress all in of itself. And I'm here to tell you from experience, it is a stress all in of itself, having to get your motherfucking life back, knowing that your peers are about 10 to 15 years in front of you financially and socially because you were held back. You feel what I'm saying? Now you got to cut corners to get ahead. Do you see how that works? You're held back for several years and you get out there and now you got to cut corners. And it's crazy you say that. A situation in Philly happened, but this dumbass nigga drove the Philly crime whip to ATL and got caught. Now these new era kids all a little touch. Yeah, ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. But listen, you can't run from this shit. These little motherfuckers are so stupid. They don't realize that half the time, you know how they catch up with these motherfuckers? Through rain cams and doorbells. That's how they doing it. I might not get you right now, but I know what you was driving. You hear me? And they use cameras and they got to ask the community and all that, but they use cameras to follow these bulls all the way back to their original destination. And that's how they catch them. That's why they always, the ones they don't catch on the scene, that's why they always catch them about a month later, month and a half, because they've had time to track them down through video surveillance. You hear me? Easiest way to put them in jail. You feel me? Chase them for what? Easiest way. You feel me? And we're falling victim to it like this. You know what I mean? They think they got all the answers. That's the curse of being young. You know what I'm saying? That's a young man's curse. You think you know everything when in reality you don't know shit. You know very little. You feel me? You know very, very, very little. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do before we leave here is that everyone takes time to think about that defenseless child, that child in your life, whatever it might be, not might be your child, might be your nephew, might be your godchild, might be your niece. You know what I'm saying? Might be, somebody that's from around the way who you grew up with their parents or whatever the case, or just a young man or young woman who you see some of yourself in. How are you going to commit to, change? You know what I'm saying? City had a whole grant program for business in high crime areas to install cameras. They got these streets. Oh yeah, it's like the wire. You know what I'm saying? It's like the wire. And as long as them cameras ain't got no audio, it's perfectly legal. It's perfectly legal. So what are we going to do? Are we going to continue to let these kids go to the wayside? You know what I'm saying? When I say these kids, I mean your kids. Don't look at it like these kids. Please don't walk away from here and think that your kids are the kids that are exempt, because they're not. They're not. They still have to go to school in the morning. They still have to go outside and play, if they're even still allowed to go outside and play. But even being in the backyard or being in the house is not going to save them for a stray bullet. That's why it's a stray bullet. That's why it's a term for this type of bullet that had nothing to do with you. Okay? That bullet still finds its way in the innocent people's windows. So let's just not act like you can't be you. Let's erase that attitude. Let's throw that shit in the trash, because it's just don't serve no purpose here. You know what I'm saying? It serves absolutely no goddamn purpose here. Don't let your child be the child that gets shot and could make it, but end up in that hospital where they're illegally harvesting goddamn organs. Because it's a thing. You hear me? You see all these dangers us as black men got to face, us as black kids got to face. You hear me? Focus on what's really going on. And some of these things, just realize we have to give it the fuck up. Give all those silly ass dreams or whatever the fuck up, because you can't do none of that until you take care of home. Make sure home is good. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, be real rap. I definitely appreciate that. We need to make sure that home is good. Eat some chips right quick. And you know what's crazy, right? I got my little wings, my little honey barbecue wings, and some I mean, but I ain't want to do that because I was like, OG was on my ass about crunching all of this air. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I want us to walk away with an understanding of going on, you know what I'm saying? And with a wanting to come up and develop a game plan. You feel me? Develop a game plan for you and yours. Don't worry about nobody else but you and yours. First and foremost, worry about you and yours. You feel me? Like, we're not doing the things our counterparts is doing. Like, you got to ask yourself the small shit. Do you have an emergency escape route for a fire? Do your children know what to do when there is a fire? You hear me? As a unit, that you and the people who live in your house know what you're going to do if there's a fire. You feel me?